Welcome to the RTHS Science Courses episode of this virtual open house. In these next couple of slides, we're going to introduce you to all of the science teachers in the science department and cover our courses that you will take to graduate. So at RTHS, we do require 4 years of science courses to graduate. In 9th grade, you'll take a biology course. In 10th grade, a chemistry course. In 11th grade, an environmental science course. And in 12th grade, physics. This is one of the unique things about Research Triangle High School is our rigorous science curriculum that incorporates both life and physical sciences.
The projects across science classes emphasize problem solving and critical thinking. This happens through an iterative process that encourages making mistakes and learning from those with each other. For the rest of this episode, we will review each of the core classes at RTHS and share highlights of these awesome projects with you. I'm Mr. Laptad, and I'm currently teaching biology, the study of life. Speaking of life, have you ever wondered about the role of living yeast in making traditional root beer or bread? How about the process of making cheese out of milk? In our very first project, you'll get to taste biology as you learn about the characteristics of life in experimental design. We then continue by performing an inquiry investigation, testing the biomolecules of mystery substances to identify a thief. After learning about cells, cancer, and genetics, we then perform high-technology biotechnology experiments. Students insert a gene from a jellyfish that makes it fluorescent into bacteria. Then they make their own Petri dish Picasso designs out of this fluorescent E. coli. In standard biology, you will get to do all of these and more with the option of earning honors credit in any standard bio class. We also have another option for biology.
Hi, my name is Ms. Cho, and I'll be speaking a little bit about investigative biology. Students can take IBIO in place of the regular biology class, but it requires the completion of an application which is due May 22nd. IBIO is a more rigorous, faster-paced, open inquiry-based course compared to the regular biology course we offer here at RTHS. And one of my favorite projects from IBIO this year was the plant investigation during the genetics unit. In order to study Mendelian inheritance, students were tasked to identify the dominant traits for stem and leaf color in Wisconsin bass plants. So if you enjoy the challenge of more student-guided inquiry, we have a lot of fun in IBIO.
Hello, this is Ms. Frame, and next year will be my 11th year teaching chemistry. Chemistry is often the first time some students really feel challenged in a science course. They can expect the course to be challenging and thought-provoking, and they will learn some practical lab skills and learn to solve problems logically using critical thinking and analysis. The course is scaffolded so students of all levels can grow and get better over the course of the year. Students need to have successfully completed Math 1 before taking this class, as we will be doing algebraic computation, graphing, and using spreadsheets. Taking honors chemistry is an option if you do additional work, and standard chemistry is in the same class. There's another option for getting your chemistry credit, which we'll talk about in just a moment. We start out the year with our first problem-based learning project, which helps students understand the fundamental concept of how pure substances are combined to make the complex materials we find all around us. Students learn about elements, compounds, and mixtures and practice separation and detection methods like chromatography, spectroscopy, and centrifugation. They then apply these skills to determine if a sample of soil contains pollutants. This project is cross-curricular with English too.
Hi everyone, my name is Ms. Strada and I teach chemistry, investigative chemistry, and earth and environmental science. The second project highlighted on this slide is the tie-dye workshop. In this project, students use the molecular structure of different fabrics and dyes to predict the outcomes of textile experiments. Students started by learning about how atoms combine to form molecules, how molecular shape is driven by electronic interactions and bonding, and how molecular structure influences interactions between like and unlike molecules. Students tested a series of dyes and fabrics, and then chose the best dye fabric combinations for their tie-dye project. You're looking at a t-shirt that a student made and their molecular analysis of the fabric and one of the dyes that they used. Another option for chemistry is investigative chemistry, or ICHEM. Much like IBIO, investigative chemistry is an accelerated version of our chemistry course designed for students who have strong backgrounds in science and want to do more extensive laboratory work. Students choose either chemistry or apply to take ICHEM. This year, the application is due on May 1st. This course is a great option for you if you really like science, if you have a strong math background, and you wish to dig deeply into chemistry. To highlight one of the projects we did this year, we partnered with a local RTP company called Avazyme to do a project about tea. Students formulated a research question about the caffeine content in tea and designed an experiment using peer-reviewed literature to figure out their protocols and extracted and quantified their tea components. Students did their experimental analysis at Avazyme laboratories using mass spec, liquid chromatography, and thin layer chromatography. This is an example of the work produced with this project. In this particular case, students tested the effect of temperature on tea extraction in green tea samples. In junior year, students get to choose whether to take standard Earth and Environmental Science, honors Earth and Environmental Science, or AP Environmental Science. Each of these courses meets both the Research Triangle High School and North Carolina state requirements for graduation. Earth and Environmental Science is a hands-on, field-based course focused on problem solving and design. Students pursue a year-long project arc with the goal of designing a sustainable city, our very own Raptor Town. We start with weather and climate investigations, followed by geology, energy, the biosphere, agriculture, and city planning. Field trips include heading out to our very own Burden's Creek, just down the street that we have adopted, for stream surveying and water testing. This year, a field trip to PowerSecure, a local RTP company, was also done to investigate microgrids.
I'm Ms. Howington. As Ms. Strada mentioned, one of the options for fulfilling the environmental science requirement is AP Environmental Science. In this course, we get to dig a little bit deeper into some of those topics that Ms. Strada mentioned. We do start out learning about climate change and how that impacts all of the different systems on Earth. And to learn how that works, we also have to study all of different systems on Earth. So we dig deeply into how the water of Earth, the geology of Earth, the atmosphere all function, and how humans are making changes to that. Some projects that we would like to highlight in environmental science that we do in both our AP Environmental Science, our Earth and Environmental Science, and our Honors Earth and Environmental Science courses are our climate change solution projects. So in this project, students pick a problem that they see happening in the world that is happening because of climate change, and they use the design process to come up with a solution to this project or to this problem. In the past, students have identified problems such as students missing school because of sunny day flooding in cities such as Miami and Charleston, where school buses cannot traverse the roads during extremely high tides that flood the city streets. Students designed an app to help students who are impacted by this learn at home. Other students have identified issues relating to air pollution and acid rain to capture acid rain and neutralize it, which can then be used for irrigation. Another project that we would like to highlight is our Raptor Town project that Ms. Strada mentioned. So this project takes all of the content that we have learned throughout the year and puts it together in sustainable city planning. Students are given a large plot of land and asked to create a self-sustainable city that incorporates aspects of energy generation, food production, green transportation, and city living. So we hope that you will join us in 11th grade in one of our exciting environmental science courses.
Hi Raptors, I'm Ms. Kaufman. Mr. Tay and I are the physics teachers, and we're excited to have you with us. Something that's different that has been mentioned is that all students at RTHS are required to take a physics course in their time at Research Triangle. Most likely you will take that as a senior, and you actually have 4 different options in order to get your requirement filled for physics. We have regular standard physics and honors physics. The difference there is that physics is more of a conceptual based course. So the math won't be as heavy in that course. Honors physics is a separate course where you will involve more math. It's algebra based, and you will need a teacher recommendation to be in that course. Some of the projects that we do in physics and honors physics are similar, except that one involves more math analysis than the other. You can see that we do a circuit project in standard physics that involves creating circuits with our paper and pencil, creating a digital model of that, and then also creating an actual model of the circuit itself. We also use rockets to look at force and motion. And in honors, we do a little bit more analysis-based projects. You can see on the screen the force diagram here, as well as an example of a quiz so that you can have an idea for what that looks like. In standard physics, one of our favorite projects is doing all about cars. So you can see on the screen that there is an excerpt from a student ebook. We create an ebook that teaches other students about cars and how they relate to forces in motion. We create a model of a 4-cylinder engine, and we visit a Range Rover dealership where we speak with an auto mechanic. We look at some of their engines that they have that they're working on, and the students try to troubleshoot those engines to see what happened, where it went wrong. And so looking at all the different components that go together when it comes to looking at torque and horsepower and force and motion when it comes to cars. In honors physics, we do an egg drop project that looks at impulse and momentum. You can see that we only use toothpicks and glue. So it's quite an interesting problem to solve. Our height is about 5 meters, which you can see on the screen that we drop those eggs. It takes quite a bit of practice to understand what you should do in order to make sure your egg does not break, but it is doable, and it is something that the students end up being successful with, and that ends up being a lot of fun for the students. So we do offer 2 AP courses. One is AP Physics 1, which is a full year course. It's algebra based. We do require an A in Math 3, strong algebra skills, and then also you can be enrolled in calculus at the same time. The topics that we look at in AP Physics 1 are forces, kinematics, energy, rotational motion, harmonic motion, circuits. And so this is half of a full 2-year course that you can take as hopefully AP Physics 2 when you all get to be seniors. That's currently not offered. But this slide will give you at least an indication of the math that we use in AP Physics 1. And of course, at the end of the course, you will take the exam to earn college credit.
Hi, I'm Mr. Tay, and I teach AP Physics C. Physics C means it's a calculus-based physics course. Therefore, students are expected to have taken the first year of calculus. And one thing I want to talk about this course is that students will be challenged a lot, but at the same time, it's a lot of fun. And by the end of the year, students would have become a natural problem solver, a modeler, and a critical thinker.
Thank you so much for watching our episode about science courses at Research Triangle High School. We look forward to meeting you in August.